Welcome to the Rational Right Winger. This is the Status Quo with Sujay Choksi. Today is going to be a story about three numbers, the first of which is 20,000. 20,000 happens to be the number of unregulated and poorly regulated wet and wildlife markets on the Chinese mainland. Picture this, you're walking through constrained space with thousands of cages stacked upon each other with animals you've never even heard of. Pangolins, pheasants, peacocks, birds with feathers longer than Nirmala Sitharaman's speeches look down upon you in a state of despair. Epidemiologists around the world have warned multiple times that this could be the breeding ground for multiple diseases and new strains of viruses. However, China hasn't ever paid heed to any of these warnings. We must ask the question here that had these places been properly regulated, or even better still banned, we would have today been in a state where we're not grieving 30,000 lives, where we would have had many of our loved ones with us still, and not billions of dollars wiped off of the global economy, courtesy of poor regulation and planning on behalf of the Chinese Communist Party. Our second number brings us all the way from Wuhan to our own national capital in Delhi. It is estimated that Delhi's population is 40% migrant, which also implies that currently there is a crisis of economic limbo which tens of thousands of such migrant families are facing, where they lack basic amenities and healthcare. This has now become the center stage of a political mudslinging match between the BJP and the AAP. The BJP has alleged that the AAP has manufactured this exodus by cutting off water and electricity lines in many of the slums where these migrant laborers live. It is also now our responsibility to examine the past of the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, because he has made truly worrying and concerning statements such as the following. Mr. Kejriwal has openly stated that Biharis, which is one of the greatest migrant states in this country, come on a train ticket of rupees 500 and avail of healthcare facilities of rupees 5 lakhs in his state, which is Delhi. Now, as the dust settles, the Chief Minister has provided adequate health and relief measures. However, it might be too late, as deaths have already occurred, lives have already been devastated, and currently there are still thousands of families desperately in need of our help. This is just yet another example of the common man being caught in the political machinery of the national capital region. We now bring you to our third number, which is 70,000. 70,000 happens to be the number of RSS shakas or daily units which have been mobilized and informed to make healthcare of every single Indian a priority. Now, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, popularly known as the RSS, happens to be a poster boy of the Indian right, a darling of the Indian right wing, but at the same time is always maligned when anything in the country goes wrong by the Indian left wing. Today we are seeing an exemplary example of the Sarsang Charak of the RSS, Dr. Mohan Bhagwat, stating that it is a responsibility and duty of every single Karyakarta to act in collaboration and responsibly with state and central governments to ensure that daily workers, contractual earners, the poor, the needy are fed and are properly informed. Thousands of such instances have now occurred across the country where RSS volunteers have been seen helping the needy, and thus setting an example where even members from the minorities which they are accused of targeting are seen being closely helped by such volunteers, because that's exactly what we need currently. In a state of pandemic, in a state of a national healthcare crisis, it is not the time to point fingers or to sling mud as political parties are so often used to doing. It is time to take responsibility as a citizen, to stay at home, to wash your hands, to do something as simple and as basic as just the government asks of us, and to make whatever small donation or contribution we can to the Prime Minister's Relief Fund or the Chief Minister's Relief Fund, and do your bit. Go down, feed some stray animals, go down, feed the homeless. You see the cops under your house, go take a thermos of tea for them, go help them out, and do your bit. We ask you, as a rational right winger, to do one thing for us too. Follow, like, subscribe, and share this as aggressively as you all can, because we are planning on growing a truly right-wing community which is rational, which is compassionate, which is logical, and making sure that every Indian is informed, educated, and safe. Thank you.